Oh, okay. This is Brendan, and this is a video dream log. Having just awoken from sleeping and having some really interesting dreams and some vivid dreams, multiple false awakenings, psychedelic experience. And this is a video that I'm making for my own purpose, to be able to practice my recall and to be able to document this as a part of the collective experience within the shift in consciousness. So, context-wise, I woke up earlier this morning, worked on some stuff, went back to sleep. So I've been asleep for about an hour, and within that time, just get right to the kicker. Uh, I had basically a form of a DMT experience within my dream, which was really interesting and really exciting. And so as I'm telling this, I'm telling a story here as well as I'm recalling and using words, and I haven't moved much from my bed. I just sat up, but I haven't even written anything down. So I'm like, okay, what just happened? Okay. Most of my dream, the majority of my dream, actually took place right here in my room, which is what I was saying. I was having multiple false awakenings, versions of it. And I remember in my dream, first of all, my my other dog, Shelby, who passed away 2 years ago, he was in my dream. And I remember, and Dallin, who's right over there. Hi, Dallin. Who's also sleeping. Maybe he was maybe we were dream sharing because he was asleep over there too. Well, I didn't even think about that. That's crazy. But what was happening is that we were lying on the. At some point, they were on the bed with me together, and I remember even taking a selfie of all three of us in the bed, which was kind of weird. And I took a selfie, and I was trying to get our heads aligned, and there was me, Dallin, and Shelby, all in a bed together. And then I remember and then I think Shelby wet the bed or something, and then there's this whole part where I was like, oh, okay, now I have to get up, right? So then that was one of the reasons why I'm oh, I have to get up now. But then in another part of my dream, as I was sleeping here in bed, I remember there's a friend of mine who I haven't met in person, and he was in my room, and I knew I was asleep, but it was really trippy. And there was a person that was so vividly in my room, and I was just no, they're definitely not there, because I know that I'm kind of dreaming right now. There's no way that there's a person there. And then I was sitting there, and I was oh man, then there's this whole other part. Oh, whoa, okay, it's coming back to me. There's this whole other part of related to Mystic Spider-Man stuff. I remember watching video footage of Mystic Spider-Man, but I was in Mystic Spider-Man form, and there was this weird part where I was talking, and I was phase shifting, but it was me watching video footage, but it was me happening to me at the same time. Anyways, getting to the psychedelic part, DMT, something allegedly that I've experienced, allegedly. And within what was happening, as I was lying in bed, and I was talking to my friend, and I was man, have you ever heard of those DMT vape pens? Those things are crazy. I've heard of them, but I've never seen them. I've never come across them. And then he was oh, you know what, and he goes over to his bag, and he pulls one out, and he happens to have it on him, and I'm like, and part of me already knew that, which was why I even said it in the first place. And I'm cool, okay. And then so what was weird is that I don't even think I hit the vape pen within my dream, but I was lying there, and I remember looking up at my ceiling, and I remember the visuals in my dream were getting almost imagine it was kind of looking at the water on a lake, and it was kind of where you get that sparkly reflection across all parts of the lake, and it was that in my vision. It was kind of looking at the ceiling turning into kind of a sparkly rainbow. There's iridescent patterns kind of coming forth, so it was kind of a soft version of a DMT trip. It didn't get super psychedelic, but there's definitely something there. And so I was sitting with this, but I don't even think I hit the vape pen. I think I was just wait a second, DMT is already being produced naturally in my brain right now. Because again, a part of me was I knew it was asleep, but I wasn't lucid, but it was kind of trippy, right? It usually is. And then so I was like, if I just sit here still enough and I stay like with my open-eyed visuals, I can like tap into my DMT visuals right now. And I did. And then I was like kind of like looking around and everything, and it was kind of like almost like this, like, again, kind of like with DMT, you can kind of realize like you're in an ocean of energy. It's almost as if you're like underwater and you can like see the ocean of energy that you're in. You can like see the vibrational fields and the energy fields like all around you. And so I was starting to see that. And again, it wasn't like super full on, but it was there. And that was like super interesting and super vivid. And I was just like, whoa. And so that was like a big, that was like kind of like the big thing. And within like my dream recall, I'm like, what else happened? You know, like even just me talking right now, I'm like, okay, like I feel like I'm like literally like forgetting things like as I'm talking to you right now. Like they're like, it's, you know, it's like, this is why we want to record our dreams as best we can. If anything, it would have been better for me to like write it down and then do this video, but I'm doing it this way anyways. But you know, with our dreams, it's like gold running through our finger. There's like a connection that's shared between ourselves and like the memory of the higher dream state. And as we start talking and moving our body, that like physical, you know, the connection between ourselves and our astral memory slowly dissolves. But it doesn't mean that the memory is gone. It just means that connection's gone. So I like sit here and chill. What else was happening? Yeah, like I remember like I was like, yeah, I was like up out of my bed like a few times. There was like people in my room that I knew weren't there. My dogs were in my bed. Like I said, Shelby was in my bed. The DMT, like sort of vision and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm having a hard time remembering like the full details of it. But that happened. It definitely just happened right now. And again, I think that's also because like that's a common time for me to experience weird trippy dreams, as if I'm like awake for a while and then I go back to sleep in the morning. And that's what happens. Yeah. Wow. That was cool. Like that was like visceral. That was vivid. So again, you know, like things can happen within your dreams. You know, you can float through ceilings. Oh, I'm just remembering like the when that happened to me one time. You know, you can like get lucid and float through ceilings and things like that. But you can also experience like these like natural psychedelic states within your dream, which again is like kind of like the states that are like almost like closer to what this reality actually is. It's like the pulling back the filter type effect. Yeah. So yeah, no, I remember. So yeah, I remember doing that. My alarm just went off to like stop my video, so now I have to combine this into 2 videos. Sorry. But yeah, that's pretty much the summary of what my experience was. Thanks for listening. Thanks for allowing me to share this. Maybe I should go back to sleep right now. I don't know. No, I got work I gotta do. I gotta get up. But nonetheless, yeah. That's it for this dream log. And again, encouraging and reminding you to pay attention to your dreams, to write down your dreams. There's more that you're experiencing beyond just this physical. And as a student, we want to be able to pay attention to what this reality has to offer. So by writing down our dreams, by paying attention to our dreams, we show up present to class, and then the reality around us will provide us with lessons and experiences and teachings and psychedelic experiences sometimes. Cool. All right, thanks for watching. If you're not already, subscribe on my YouTube channel, Skull Babylon. Hit the bell notification to get future the bell icon to get future notifications. And ParadigmShiftCentral.com, and support me on Patreon, and I'll make more videos like this. Leave some feedback. Have you had psychedelic experiences in your dreams? Yeah, it basically it's like that. It's like that. Alright, cool. Thanks for watching. Much love. Keep it shifty. See you guys in the future and in the dream. Remember, you're dreaming.